Okay, good afternoon everyone. Welcome back to class. How are we feeling today? Pretty sleepy. Okay, very good. Sleepy, hungry. Okay, wow. Very complicated emotions. Okay, but I'm very glad to see you guys here again today, and I hope you're ready to start. Before we start, I would like to emphasize on our class rule is that if you're willing to answer my questions, please raise your hands up and state your name, and then you can answer my questions. Okay? Is that clear, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now, before we get into our material for today, we will have a review. So it will be a mini quiz. This will not affect your score, but it will be just a simple review of our past material, which is simple past tense. Okay? So I think it's better for us to refresh our minds again and remember the pattern, the function, and how to use simple past tense. Okay? So we're going to use our Kahoot. You guys can open your phones, your gadgets to enter the code. However, I will ask you to use it wisely, because if I found you opening up another app or website, I will have to take your phone away. Okay? Right, so this is the code 373297, or you can scan the barcode. We will start in a minute, waiting for players. Okay? Right, okay, so we have our winner. The winner for today's quiz is Ara. Yay! Okay, great. I hope from today's quiz, not only Ara, but every one of you here can also refresh your minds about simple past tense, because simple past tense will be used a lot in today's material. Okay? Now you can still use your phone, because we are going to open NT method. You can enter the code 75242787, or you can scan the barcode here. Let me open the website first. And yes. Okay, you can scan the barcode and enter the code. There will not be many questions, just 2 questions. Okay? Okay, has everybody entered the code? Yes? Yes. Okay, good. Let's start with the first questions. Do you know what are folklores and legends? You can say it honestly. If you don't know, you can just answer no. If you do know, you can say yes. Okay, waiting for answers. Okay, someone answered yes. What about the others? Okay, if you have technical issues, that's okay. you can just answer directly. Okay. Someone said no. Okay. Anybody else wants to answer? Okay, one more. Maybe. Okay. So 2 answered yes and 1 said no. That's okay. So folklores and legends will be our topic for today. So folklores and legends are what Indonesian people know as cerita rakyat, right? So we will be diving into Indonesian cultures and Indonesian stories related to folklores and legends. Now, my second questions. Name some Indonesian folklores and legends that you know or have read before. So, for example, if I have to state one Indonesian folklores and legends, I will say Malin Kundang, right? I think it's the most popular Indonesian folklores and legends. So if you know many other titles or have even read the story, you can state the titles there. Okay, 3 responses. Danau Toba, Malin Kundang, Sangkuriang. Great, okay. Okay, thank you for the participation, class. Now, let me get back to my PowerPoint. Alright, so today we'll be learning about folklore and legends, or in English it is known as narrative facts. And these are the examples of folklore and legends. Some of you have stated the title, Sangkuriang, Malin Kundang, and the Legend of Surabaya is also an example of folklore and legends. Great job! Now we are finally diving into our reading session. So we are going to read a story about the legend of Lake Toba. Now I have my worksheet here with me. Please help me pass it to your friends. Thank you very much. Right. So if you can see, the text that I gave to you are not in the correct sequence. in the form of the jumbled paragraphs. Okay. So what you need to do for you to be able to read the text fully and wholly completely, you have to put the paragraphs in the right sequence. I have given you an example in the worksheet for number 1. So the first paragraph is the paragraph that starts with once upon a time, right? So that's a clue that can help you to choose or determine which paragraph that is. So what you need to do is to continue. So you need to choose or find which is the second paragraph, which is the third one, and so on until the last paragraph. Okay? You just need to put the numbers on the box that I have provided on the left. Okay? So far, do you have any questions for this worksheet? No? Right. So if you have completed the writing down the numbers, you can go back and read the text, okay, from the first to the second and to the last paragraph. I will give you 8 to 10 minutes to do this, okay? If you have any questions, you can just ask me. And after that, I will discuss the answers with you guys, okay? Okay, good. Happy working, everyone. Happy reading. Okay, I see that everyone has done with their job. Okay, everyone done? Okay, great. Okay, so I have given you an example for the first paragraph, the one that started with once upon a time. Now, can I have someone to voluntarily help me answer which one is the second paragraph? Anybody? Yes, here. Okay, Chaisa, yes. Which one is the second paragraph?
The words that start with cook the fish for his dinner that night.
Okay, so Chaisa said the one that starts with the line cook the fish for dinner tonight. Okay, what about the others? Any objections, or do you agree? Do you disagree with Chaisa's answers? Do you have the same answers?
Yes.
Yes, okay, great. So Chaisa, your answer is correct. That is indeed the second paragraph of the text. Okay, great job everyone. Now that you have read the story or the legend of Lake Toba, I have another worksheet for you guys, okay? So this is the second worksheet. Please help me pass it to your friends. Thank you very much. Yes, okay, you may see the worksheet. There is a table with 3 columns in it, right? So the left side of the table are the questions, okay? Questions related to the text that you have just read, which is Lake Toba, Legend of Lake Toba. Now, you need to answer those questions first. 8 questions on the left side of the column. Now, where can I put the answers? My answers, miss. You can put it on the second column, right beside the questions column. Okay. So, for example, you have the question number 1 and number 2 for on the first column, right? You can put your answers on the right column. So, for example, let's say number 1, who are the characters in the story? Then you can write your answers beside it. Oh, maybe the character is me, Keesha, for example. Okay, so that is the first thing you need to do. You need to answer all the questions first. Okay, do not touch the right side of the column first. Okay, after you have finished doing the questions and the answers, now you can move on to the generic structure column. Now, this column is for you to find out which parts or which paragraphs from the answers is the generic structure, okay? So, miss, but I don't know anything about the generic structure of narrative text. That's okay. I have given you an example, exact explanation of generic structure on the back. Now, what you need to do is you need to find out from your answers whether it determines which part of the generic structure. So, for example, the first column talks about what? The character where it takes place, right? So the answer for that, the generic structure, is orientation. Why? Because if you see the explanation, orientation talks about the introduction of the story, right? It talks about the characters, the place, and everything you need to know about the beginning of the story. That's why it is concluded as orientation. That's that's what you need to do for this activity. Your answers will help you to find out which part of the generic structure will that be. Okay? Are there any questions for this? No? Okay, I will give you 10 minutes, I think, to do this. 8 to 10 minutes, and then I will also have a discussion for the answers. Okay? Great, happy working, everyone. Alright. Okay, I can see that you're confused. You're kind of struggling with this. That's okay. I'm gonna talk and discuss with it with you guys. So I have talked about the answer for the first column, right? Orientation. Now let's move on to our second column. Questions number 3 and number 4. Can you state the answers? Can anybody help me to state the answers first? And then you can continue by answering the generic structure. Anybody wants to help me? For number 3, maybe one person for number 3 and one person for number 4. Yes.
I'm Kay.
Okay, Kay.
And the third answer for this question is Toba catched a fish as big as a human.
Okay, yes. So the answer to question number 3 is Toba caught a fish as big as a human. Do you guys agree with this? Yes. Okay, great. So that is the correct answer. Thank you, Kire. What about number 4?
Me.
Yes.
I am Diandra.
Yes, Diandra.
For the question is, what was the one condition that Toba must follow to marry the girl? The answer is, he must not tell anybody about the girl's past.
Okay, so what is one condition that Toba has to follow? So the answer is, he must not tell anybody about the girl's past. Okay, anybody agrees? Anybody disagrees? No? Okay. I think you guys have the same answer, right? Okay, great. Thank you, Diandra. Now, how about the generic structure for the second column? Anybody can help me? You can just state the part of the generic structure. Yes. Yes, Gere.
So the generic structure of this part is complication.
Complication. Okay, let's see if it's right or not. Okay, so this is the orientation. Now, yes, complication. That is true. Why? Because the questions and the answer that you have that you stated are actually moving on to the problem of the story. Okay, so they are starting to talk what happens with the big fish, what happens with Toba, and they're starting to go to the conflict of the story. Great! Thank you very much, everyone, for your participation. Now, I have one more task for you. Alright, so I can see that you are starting to be familiar with the generic structure of narrative text. I will have one more generic structure, the identification and comparison. So what you need to do in this activity is you will be working in groups or pairs, okay? So I will give you 2 different texts, text A and text B. Both are Indonesian folklore and legends. And what you need to do is you need to compare these texts. What do I need to compare? The generic structure of the text, okay? So you need to find out the similarities, the differences these stories have for their generic structure. And then after you have discussed it with your groups or with your pairs, you need to put your discussion into a wall magazine. I made this as an example. Please, I know it doesn't look neat, but this is the most basic thing you can do with the wall magazine, okay? So you can cut off the paragraphs. The text is not that long. You can cut the paragraphs and put it into where you think it fits. So for example, maybe you can say, oh miss, the last paragraph is for orientation. You can you can cut the last paragraph and put the explanation here. So orientation. Okay. So this is the first text, text A and text B for the orientation. Miss, what if I think there is a part or a generic structure that doesn't exist, for example? Oh, that's okay. You can just put it blank here because you think there are none of the paragraph that suits the generic structure. Okay? After you are done with this, you will have to present your work in front of the class. Okay? You will take turns. Okay. So far, any questions for this task?
No.
No? Okay, I have prepared the styrofoam for you at the end of the class. You can grab, each group can take their styrofoam boards. I will give you around 20 minutes to do this and then we'll continue with the presentation. How does that sound? Okay, sounds fine? Okay, then you can get into your groups and start working. Okay, right, are we done yet or are we still busy decorating the wall magazine?
You're done.
We're done? Okay then let's start with the presentation. Anybody who wants to start? Volunteer. Yes. Okay. Do you want to start with your group?
Yes.
Okay, sure. Please come up to the front and introduce what you have made. Wait, who?
Okay. So, wait,
Yeah, with your peers. You're my peer. That's okay.
okay.
Right.
So, hi guys, we are from group 1
Okay, hi.
and we're here to present our discussion together.
Okay, great. Give a big applause for group 1. Thank you. You can go back to your seat. You can put the styrofoam board here. Thank you very much. Alright. So, I am very thankful for the work that you made. These styrofoam boards will be hung up in the class so you can take a look around and see your friends' work too. Okay? So, sadly, we are at the end of our class today, but I have a present for you, which is a homework.
No
Okay.
more homework.
I'm sorry. Consider it as a present for me, okay? Okay, but before that, let's take a review, okay? So, what do you guys learn today? Generic structure of
Folklore
folklores and legends, narrative text, great. How do you feel about the text that you read? So you read 3 texts, right, today? What about the activities?
It was fun.
It was fun. Great to hear that. Okay, you're not sleepy anymore, yeah? Okay, great then. Right. So for the homework, I will have to ask you to find another folklore and legends. Okay, you can find it in your magazines, books, or websites, wherever you can find it. And you need to make 5 open-ended questions from that text. Okay, please make it hard. Why? Because your questions will be answered by your friend, right? So it's better to make it hard, okay? And your friend's question will be answered by you. Alright, so please prepare that for our next meeting. And yeah, by that I can say that the class is over. Thank you very much for your participation. Thank you for being attentive. I'll see you on the next class. Thank you everyone.